Alright guys, you see it's pitch dark out here. The moon is out, pretty bright too, but I'm in a pretty densely wooded area. Normally not this time of night, but what the heck. You guys not gonna hurt anything. Imalent DN35 and DN70. Actually the review is for the DN70, but I figured I'd bring them both along. See if in these woods, these are pretty thick woods. I want to see if we can see any difference. We may spot a deer or two. It's very possible. I'm right in the heart of deer country here. I'm going to show you first, if I can, just a shot of, that's the DN35. That's not low, that'd be medium. That's 450 looms. Right there, and you see just how dense the woods out here are. Let me get my hand out from front of the camera. Very densely wooded area. Now, you see how wide the beam is, which I should say how narrow it is. Now that's 450. Closest I can get to that with the DN70, unfortunately, is 300. Because the next step up from there is a pretty healthy step. Actually too healthy for what we're doing here. Now that's 300 with the 70. But what I'd like for you to notice a little, sorry about that, more than anything else, is the width of the beam. That's a much wider area of coverage. It's not as bright, not right now. It's on a much lower setting. Now I'm going to step it up just a bit. I'm going to put the 35 on high. I'm still pretty close to some houses, so if the police show up, don't worry. I know most of them. Still doesn't mean anything, but all right, that's 1500 with the 35. And I wish I could get you a longer shot, but it's very dense out here, especially this time of year. Foliage just starting to come back out, leaves are starting to grow. See how tight that beam is? Nice hot spot in the middle. I mean, it's a great light, even in an area this dense. I like them both a lot, I do. Now, unfortunately, the 35, excuse me, the 70 will not have a setting anywhere near that. Its next step up is a jump, and that's my biggest complaint, but it's also the most fun. There's 300 right there. I'm gonna go one step up, bam. It goes straight from there to 2500. That's a little harder to tell because things are a little closer to me than I'd hoped. There's normally a riding trail down here. My daughter comes down here and rides horses sometimes, but they haven't really got it pounded out good yet. But let me open up here just a little bit, or stand to the side just a little bit so you can see just how wide that area. All right, I've got the light. It's pulled all the way back to my waist. I have it at my waist behind the camera. And I mean, you can't, I don't have a while, turn it sideways. It's probably drive you nuts watching it on YouTube. But I mean, pretty much everything in front of me is well lit up without problem at all. I really want to do a side by side, but I can't hold this and shine both lights at the same time. It's just not going to work, no matter what I do. Let me get back out of the woods here real quick. I don't like shooting very long videos. They take too long to upload and people get bored watching. If I fall, well, it is dark, and if I turn the light on right now, I could attract attention that I really don't want to attract. All right, this is flat level ground that I'm on now. And maybe if I go, this is the DN70 again. I'm gonna go to that same setting And here comes a car, so you guys are gonna have to pause just a second. Sorry about that. Shouldn't be a big problem. I know just about everybody down here. The problem I'll run into is if these lights are actually so bright and that street's close enough to where I could pretty easily, you know, blind them while they're driving. Getting back to the DN70 2500 looms. Now that's my car that's sitting right there. That's about 60 yards away. You see how wide a space? That is extremely wide. Easily lights the treetops up. Those treetops I'm lighting up there about 50, no, that's more like 60, about 60 yards away, just on this side of my car. Now I'm gonna switch back. Sorry about the bugs, but I'm in the south. I'm gonna switch back to the 35 real quick. Hopefully you'll see the difference that I can see. Yeah, I got one in each pocket. Sorry about that. Whoop, wrong setting all the way together. All right, 1500. That's see how tight that spot is? That's at 1500 looms. Now you can see the difference. See that? There's my car. Very tight beam on it. Treetops, again, very tight. There is some spill. It does flood some, but not like that 70. And that's, like I said, that's 1500. Now, I'm gonna max them out now. Just go ahead and run the battery dead while I'm here. All right, that's full on turbo. I'm gonna hold it long enough for it to stay there. Those treetops that I'm hitting right there are almost 100 yards away. I might be 10 yards shy of that. There's see the fence shining up there? That fence is probably 150 yards where you see those signs shining, and that street light up there. See how tight that is? Now I'm gonna change really quick. I'm gonna have to stop this video because it's getting longer than I like for them to be. I'm gonna max out DN70, and again you'll see it's a massive difference. I mean, you can see it right here in front of me. You do see a hot spot there, but you see flood far more than you see anything else. Those same treetops at this distance, I mean, the DN70 will throw that far, but you see how it lights up almost the entire tree line there? Look, that's directly out in front of me, and everything from the road to the tree line, which is about 35 yards wide, it lights that entire area up in width and length almost equally. And you can still see the signs down there reflecting, but it's just, I'm gonna try to turn them both on at once here, and you're gonna have to forgive me because this is not gonna be easy to try to shoot. I don't even know if I can. All right, point one straight up in there and see what happens. There's the 35. See that? Nice tight spot. 70. See, nice flood. Difference. No big hot spot way out there on the trees, but it lights the entire tree line up. Okay, guys, I got to wrap this up. It's getting early in the morning here. And I hope you can appreciate both these lights. They're great lights. Let's turn them down and not get arrested. They're both great lights. The 70, I've had no issues whatsoever with. Everything on it works. I mean, there was no flicker, no turning off, no problems of any kind so far. And I punished it pretty good at work, so any light that can survive where I work, it's an all right light. You'd have to see that. I'm going to close this one out here. Full review will be on Budget Light Forums, of course, as well as BangGood for providing the lights. Actually, the DN35 is the one I purchased. They didn't provide that one. I gifted the other one. I do that a lot with lights that are sent. But this 70, if I had to choose between the two, I'd choose this 70 all day, just because of this right here. One more shot real quick. If I can find the button in the dark, even with the light on. Boom, see that? I love that. There's 300, and it's all flood. I mean, there's distance there, but I mean, look, here's the road. That's me holding it up as tall, you know, the height of my arm, length of my arm, and my height. I'm 6 feet tall. Arm's probably another 2.5, almost 3. I can touch an 8-foot ceiling pretty easy. That's a gorgeous flood. If I had to choose between the two, I'd choose the 70, just because of how well it does both. You guys take care. Hope you enjoy it, or at least got something out of it. And feel free to ask anything you'd like. I'll answer it as soon as I'm able. Thanks, guys.